Alright, I'm over here scraping the powder coat off the cylinders and stuff here. You know, if I don't do it, the customer sure the hell won't do it right. So I just fix it. So let them do it. It's just going to be done wrong. Then I'll have to come back and fix it again. It's easier just to waste my time and do it now. Get it all off. Get it done nice and flat like it's supposed to be done. You have to deal with it. If you want to have all the edges here, you got powder coat. Alright, that'll go. Already did the cylinder deck over there, so make sure this is all done. Alright, that should work. Okay, here's the second one over here I did already. So I scraped most of the powder off, powder coat. Just didn't want to come on. I need to hit that some more. I'll have to tilt the case up to get the outside done. Yeah. One thing worse than powder coat is chrome. Ugh. Chrome is nasty stuff to deal with. Very bad. Alright. A lot better. Okay. Yeah, cylinder should fit right on there. Okay, dowel pin's lined up, it fits good. So there you go. So there's all set up for that big bore now. That's what we're after, so there you go. Do a little scraping over here. This is labor intensive junk I don't like doing. So if I don't do it, who is going to do it? Nice these darn powder coaters to do their job, but why would they want to do that? They'd be like a good job. Junk everywhere. You can feel that sandblast finish too, which is not good. Okay, so it's good. And no, I don't care if it flakes either. Or scratches. As long as it's not on my gasket surfaces, I don't care. There we go. I think it had a big wad on the side of the cylinder. Guess that was right here, it came off. Okay. Alright, so there we go, we can get the case done. Have to loosen up and slip it over my way. About there. Ooh, there's a lot of powder. There's a lot to be done on this one. Yeah, they got a little carried away on this case. More than this one. Some more heavy scraping here. Oh well. Like I said, someone's got to do it. That'll be me. Make sure you get the threads where they're pulling up also. So you go from multiple directions. Try not to be the same spot every time, it'll dig a groove if you do. When you're doing precision filing, make sure you get the file that's flat on the side you want to work with. See, all files are not flat. They have high spots and low spots. See how this one's bowed? See, I push on here, there's a gap on this side, see? If you flip it over like this, see it doesn't move because the high spots are on the edges. Over here it's bowed this way. That's why I marked it. When you're filing something, it's a lot easier to go like this than have it digging in on the sides. If I file on this side here, it would file on this corner and this corner. When I do it on this side, I'm in the bow part, so I can make the bow go where I want to. If I push out here, I'll flatten the file because you're pushing it down over like a spring action going on. So always want to find out where your files are bowed and twisted. Makes a big difference. Okay, so now I got this heavy area over here to deal with. Chunk of it flaked right off, that's a plus. If I dig this into my steel bushing, I'm going to destroy my cutter, so be careful about that. I got it. Get on the file on the back edge where it's bothering me there. So try to keep your file flat. Try from multiple locations. Looks pretty good. Okay, I think we got it all off. And we know the customer's not going to care. There we go. Oh, there's two of them on there. They don't hit each other either. That's a good sign. You can see how that cut was cut extra depth there for the piston to go down and clear, not the cylinder. That's why they cut it down deeper. Okay, these all line up pretty good. You can tell they're sitting flat. Not bouncing around up on a high spot like that. Too bad. This one's a little bit uneven, but this one's not dead flat. This one's pretty good. This one, not so much. Probably because the cylinder's been blasted and buffed on. You can see how these surfaces look like they've been buffed with a buffer. So more than likely the surface is not flat. Could be hit with those buffing pads and knock off your gasket. It just destroys your seal surface. Makes it all radius looking. This has that look to it. So my guess is that's not very flat. But the way you fix that is you put it in lathe and you turn it. You make it flat. But this gasket, this case was not very flat either, so there's some more of that going on. So between the two of them, they just suck. There's a high spot right there I missed. See it sticking up? That's probably what I'm hitting on. Pretty heavy spot right there. I didn't see because it wasn't red. It's leftover glue or something, who knows. Let's see here. It's pretty tight to get in there. I'll use this tool here. Yeah. That is big nick. That's aluminum built up. See, I scraped it, you got that shiny edge on there? That's cutting aluminum. So that has to be filed. You're going to scrape that off. So that needs a little fine file to do that. Or you work on the edge here real carefully. And I do mean carefully. Slowly bringing it down, but you can see how it's getting fatter there, but you also see how we're putting little scratches on the edge here. Trying not to do that. You have very little control with the side of the file. Now we can use this dowel pin as a little bit of a helping tool for centering. Much better. You can still see the mark right there where it's high, but you can see I've been working on these other areas here where I don't want to be filing at all. But when you've got a bad case, you got to do what you got to do with it. So you definitely do not want to use one of those metal style gaskets. This is a paper gasket type thing, or one of those James heavily vulcanized gaskets. A lot of sealing material is needed. Much better. Sharp edge. There, it's not rocking around like it was. Yeah, it's nice and flat on there relatively. Still got a little bit of unevenness to it but it's not rocking on the high spot like it was over here before. Now we're going from case to case. It's like one size higher than the other on the case has, which was shown on the, that's this filing we're doing right here where it's high on these edges and low over here. That's what I'm feeling there. Actually, this whole surface here is lower than this surface by a couple thou, 3 thou, who knows. Alright, so that is how you do all that. Fun, fun, fun. Like I said, if I didn't clean that, nobody would have done it right. I gotta do this surface over here too, I think. Because I think that has to be oil tight, doesn't it, on these stupid dikes? And all this stuff right here in the bolt holes, your motor is going to loosen up. If you don't come back and retorque this 2 or 3 times after you run it for about 100 miles each time, the motor will get loose and it will vibrate in the frame something awful. And this is powder coat on the bottom of the mount too. Oh yeah. So that all has to be cut off the bottom of the mounts. It's really going to come loose. Yeah, wonderful. I can imagine the heads are probably the same way. When you have head bolts on something like that, they loosen up multiple times, keep blowing head gaskets. Powder coat is not good for a lot of areas. Okay, let's see. I need to work on the center part now. I need to do this. You know, that was sharp. So the bolt did not cut through, but it's really, really thin right there. So we were supposed to cut that all the way though. See, it didn't go through like they show in the picture. And the reason it didn't go through like the picture is because I didn't bore the hole out that big, because it didn't need to be bored out that big, because the spigot's not that big. So the bolt does not go through. So I can leave that all on there now. And that's going to be super, super thin when I take the case apart. Alright, I'm going to get all this off here and cleaned up, and we'll be back.